Today we are looking at a scenario where the Chicxulub Meteor doesn't hit the Earth. Now today we're gonna be looking at some events happening, like if that isn't what is always happening. But first we are gonna see that the Spanish-Portuguese Commonwealth are gonna be expanding as they take wait and yeah wrong background. As the Spanish-Portuguese Commonwealth is gonna be expanding as they take all of this land. They are now getting into the barren Australian land, which is pretty bad for them. We are now gonna move here to Turkey, where we are gonna see something very weird happening. And you see this gray country? Well, they declare war on this other country. And you obviously think, well, this country is gonna demolish the gray one, right? What the hell just happened? Well, no, actually. And how are they pushing into this other country? Well, dear viewer, you will have to find out yourself. As I said in the last episode, the army has emigrated somewhere into some other country. I just gave you clue and I don't think I need to explain much further. As we see that this country right here is capitulated. And in the PCT, we see that the green country is gonna be annexing everything. And I have to erase this from the map. We now move to the step union. And the step union has been getting quite large in size, but they are not like unstable or something because the step union they are very caring about their population actually. They do not really care. Well, they do not really care about rebellions as there are basically none because they are very peaceful. Well, they have gotten into one conflict so far with Azerbaijan, which was initiated by Azerbaijan, if I remember correctly. And they are gonna be expanding because they can, and because no one is stopping them. This is like free land. Who wouldn't take it? Who wouldn't? We now see that the portions, I guess, are gonna be expanding by quite a lot. Now, also going a little into the steppes of Central Asia, as the Persians are gonna be taking all this land. We now see that here, uh, war is gonna be breaking out. We have seen a war happening, like in the episode 6 of the series, I would say, between China and Japan, between Japan versus Korea and Blue Manchuria. As we see, no one of them will get any land because, well, Japan did gain a lot of land. They were like the only truly victorious in the war. Well, we now see a switch up happening, and that's gonna be Korea attacking Blue Manchuria. Why, you may ask? Because the government was overthrown by Japanese, well, not soldiers, but like assassins, well, not assassins either. I guess nationalists is the right word. And they and the Japanese, as you can imagine, they really hate the the Blue Manchurians. They don't hate really. They don't exactly hate the brown Chinese, they just dislike them. We are gonna see the that the Blue Manchurians are very surprised. They do not know what to do until they get their shit together and start pushing and just absolutely going like a train through North, well, not North Korea, but to the North Penin, to the yes, just through North Korea. And we also see them going here and here through Korea. They also took this time and they just push Koreans out of their lands. And this was Japan's plan because they want Korea too, you know. So they start uh invading into Korea as they take this whatever it was, exclave I guess, here in the Japanese Isles. This small island, and then if you remember correctly, I will not blame you if you don't, because this was like a very long time ago. But if you remember, there used to be two Korean countries in Korea. And it's gonna be the return of the Sign country. This is definitely not funded by the Japanese. Definitely. And if, what the hell is this? Oh, I'm just, I don't know what this is here. Well, we now see that the Koreans, they're just crumbling, and this is even like even worsened when the Japanese they land in this major city right here, and they connect up with the San rebellion, and we also see Blue Manchuria getting well, just absolutely steamrolling here through through Northern Korea, as they also take I guess this city, which is like the second biggest city in Korea, right after their capital. And we see the capitulation of Korea. As the Treaty of Pyongyang is signed, in this big city we see that Blue Manchuria takes a little bit of land, and we see the resurrection of the Sign country, as well as Japan taking a few lands. But staying in Japan, we have a a very bad event happening for the Japanese enjoyers. And that is that people are mad, like really mad, as the people of the this island right here, they hate the government, so they rebel away. These people, they used to live here like a while ago, like in the first Asian War, we seen that these guys, they rebelled away from the Koreans, I believe. Now they are rebelling away from the Japanese. They are on this island and they camp here a little for the Japanese, and they eventually land in this city right here and start going up the peninsula. Although Japan, although Japan does push them out of this mainland area, we see that the Magenta country, they do land on this other island here in Japan, and we see that Japan, they're like, okay, we will sign peace now. Yeah, we are already suffering and like a bad economic like time, so we will just sign peace with you. Yeah, is that all right? And the Magenta team, they say, yeah, sure. Now, we are gonna be shifting our focus to India, where revolt is gonna be happening, and that revolt is gonna be pro, uh, what do you call it? Bro, just independence, and it's gonna be this Tamil revolt. I got need to go quick. And when this revolt starts happening in Maroon, India, the San Indians they are just like laughing their asses off because they have kind of a beef with the Maroon Indians, and they just think it's funny until it also goes into their lands, which is not funny anymore for some reason. I don't know why. And the Tamil revolt, these people are using some guerrilla tactics, and they just cannot get through them. So they sign peace with both Maroon and the Cyan team. Now, moving to the Americas, we are gonna be seeing that the Irish are gonna be reconnecting with the world. Spooky. And it's gonna be with the Japanese. Now, at this point, I would say it's like year 1600s, about the 1600s. And the Irish have been here on the Caribbean for like, well, since the 1600s, it has been around, uh, well, 600 years. That is a pretty long time, you know. So they are very technologically unadvanced. The Russians, they also realize that the Irish are right here, and the Irish, they are very hostile. So, guess what? They declare war on Japan and Russia. You know, this is not gonna be good. Well, the Irish, they have a pretty good campaign at the start, but genuinely, the Japanese are gonna be gonna be sending like five hun- 500 people, and they're just gonna be like absolutely storming through the land because they are like 600 years from like there's just 600 years in the past. What the hell? The Japanese have colonized the sea. Oh no. Well, the Irish have been cut off for like 600 years, so it's no surprise that we are seeing them being absolutely demolished in this. The Russians, they're also gonna be landing here on Cuba, here in this part. They're gonna take this island and they're just gonna be storming through Cuba. They're gonna take the hell. They're gonna be taking the Bahamas, most of the Bahamas, yeah, all of the Bahamas, all of Cuba, and yeah, the Irish are pretty much cooked. So we see them sign a peace deal. As we see in this peace treaty, Japan takes a lot of land right here in Mexico, and Russia takes land here in Cuba, and also in the Bahamas, Jamaica, and this island right here, whatever it's called. We are gonna see a little bit of uh, Prussian, what do you call it? Prussian expansion. I don't know why I just blanked out for like 90 minutes. And we are gonna be seeing them also colonizing Trinidad and Tobago. We are now gonna be going here to Somalia, where we see Somalia purchasing this Spanish colony. Not that big of an event, but still big. And for exchange for Somalia getting that land, the Spanish Portuguese take I believe it's called the Elba Island. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. we are gonna be seeing we are gonna be seeing some expansion from this Yemenese Yemen country, as they are gonna be just sneaking around the coast because deserts and the human race is not that big of a fan of deserts. We are gonna also see that the Spanish Portuguese are again gonna be making a new colony. And I remember the Spanish Portuguese, they are not like, they are like a traditional power. Uh, if I pull up the power rankings, which I will be doing in a minute, they are still first, but they are mostly they're like thing their biggest thing is like uh just what do you call it? Their biggest thing is like what do you call it? Their biggest thing is like well, not marketing. Yeah, they basically got most of their power from being a trade power, as they have many logical spots for having like trade routes. For example, we have one here in Yemen, now here in this Elba Island, and obviously there is Sumatra and Australia colony. They are mostly just focused around trade. We are now gonna be seeing that we are now gonna be seeing the steppe union expanding by a little, well, not a little. We see the steppe union expanding by quite a lot, as they are now bordering Persia. It is quite a lot of land actually. And we are now gonna go here to Russia, as some technological advancements let everyone colonize a little bit more of this wasteland. One pixel strikes again, as technological advancements let everyone go a little more into Siberia now, as St. Petersburg takes all this land and this island. This mintish Russian country is also gonna be taking land, quite a lot of it actually. But this is all just like, oh no, this is all just wasteland, which is like not usable, maybe for fur hunting, but that's like all of it. Or maybe there's ice. You can make ice cubes if you want. And we also see a new country forming right here. It's gonna be this pinkish country, and it's gonna be mostly like refugees from many other countries, as they are gonna be looking like, uh, as they're gonna be looking like this. And I'm gonna end the video here. So if you like this video, yeah, I forgot the power rankings. Yeah, I'm a dumbass. If I pull up the power rankings right here, we can update them now. I'm gonna move all of the power rankings. I'm gonna move these guys a little bit into. I'm gonna move these guys, and let's see the new and improved power rankings. And so put here. No, I do not want to just type them. And of course, Agents FB, my favorite font. So the first is why is it this girl? So the first is obviously the Spano for Portuguese Commonwealth. The second is I guess you could like, yeah, Well, Japan. Yeah, I'm probably gonna still include Japan here. Well, no, actually. I'm gonna, mm, well, hmm, I genuinely don't know. I guess it's between Russia and Japan. Britain, no, they have like fallen off. I'm probably gonna give it to Russia. Third is definitely Japan. Fourth is Saint Petersburg. Fifth is fifth. Who could be fifth? Italy probably. Italy. Ukraine has lost the war. They're actually probably not even gonna be in the top 10, if I'm gonna guess. Sixth is wait, what could be sixth? Uh, it's probably gonna be Blue China, actually. So that's good for them. Seventh is gonna be seventh, seventh. Probably the Nordic Union. Or hmm, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna give it to Scandinavia. Yeah, Scandinavia, Scandinavia, not Scandinavia. Eighth is gonna be Greece. Uh, and no, actually, it's gonna be around China. And ninth is gonna be Greece. And tenth. I don't know actually. Uh, I guess Britain, Britain, or not. Like, nah. Uh, Probably. I guess the Step Union. Yeah, Step Union. The if you are wondering why the British aren't in the top 10, they've actually entered an, well, not an economic collapse, well, but it's like a Great Depression type of thing, and it's like super intense. Honorable mentions, obviously, still Britain, uh, the Philippines, uh, who else? I don't know who else actually. Uh, I think between Cyan India and Maroon India. Yeah, Iran and I guess Cyan India. They are more like, well, they have the more like fertile lands. And with this, I'm actually and I am actually ending the episode here. So if you liked it, like the video, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Bye.